What's up, everybody? This is Outside the Box Comics, and in this video, I want to share with you this giant hardcover collection of Jim Starlin's Adam Warlock. So, pretty much every Adam Warlock Jim Starlin worked on, and if not every one of them, like a good amount of them. And just for a quick size comparison, this is the Marvel Complete Collection of Adam Warlock by Jim Starlin. And I mean, it's a good way to read Adam Warlock, but I mean, like, this is good, but this is even better. It's a hardcover edition. In the back, there is some, like, sketches and drawings that Jim Starlin did. And yeah, and as you could tell by the thumbnail, this is a very trippy story. Like, Jim Starlin, like there's a story of him taking acid and stuff. So it's like a big, large acid trip. I never took acid, but I'm assuming Jim Starlin's art is what I would see if I ever took acid and started tripping balls on it. But yeah, so without further ado, we're gonna get right into Jim Starlin's first story on Adam Warlock. Alright, everybody, and we're gonna get right into this. So this is Jim Starlin's first Adam Warlock story. And as you could tell at the top, Jim Starlin is responsible for everything except the lettering and being the editor. But he colors this, he draws this and inks it and writes it. And we're just gonna like do like a quick like Cliff Notes review of the story and just appreciate Jim Starlin's awesome art. And honestly, in my opinion, awesome storytelling. It's like it's trippy, it's strange, and it really deals with a lot of esoteric things dealing with the self and the shadow, and it's just really awesome. It's crazy. So these first couple of pages are just a recap of all the like previous Adam Warlock like stories. And a quick little side note: Jack Kirby invented Adam Warlock, but his name wasn't Adam Warlock. His name was him. He was like created by mad scientists and all this stuff. But yeah, so and after like Jack Kirby created him, Adam Warlock would just like fly through space and search for the meaning of life and stuff. Just stuff like that. So these are recaps of previous Adam Warlock stories, like cool little Easter eggs for you MCU fans. Right there is um, the High Evolutionary, which has to do with Counter Earth, and Adam Warlock had a big role in that story arc. Yeah, he and Adam Warlock goes through like a huge like character shift, like from being like not knowing about things and just doing things off of like impulse and everything. He was kind of just like not so much a villain, but he just did whatever the hell he wanted. He had no concept of like, I guess, like love, like hate. He was almost kind of neutral in a way. And like in the top panel right there with him fighting Thor, I guess in a previous story, Adam Warlock was trying to look for a partner, like a wife or a girlfriend or whatever. And it says he just took some girl without her permission, and it was Thor's girlfriend. So him and Thor get in a fight, and I guess Thor whoops his ass. So Adam Warlock ends up going in his cocoon again and floating through space, and that's when he meets High Evolutionary and the whole Counter Earth thing story arc happens. Yeah, just recaps. Basically, by the end of this like Counter Earth stuff, Adam Warlock, I guess, truly becomes a hero because he starts to understand about life and good and evil and everything. So yeah, just cool little recap. And then we get into the actual Jim Starlin story. Because those previous ones weren't Jim Starlin stories. They were written by Roy Thomas and they had a lot of other artists drawing them. And Roy Thomas was had a lot of like religious themes in it, and Adam Warlock was almost like a Christ figure. So yeah, but as we get into this, Jim Starlin takes over, and just like off the bat, you could tell like so Jim Starlin's responsible for coloring, drawing, inking, layout, like everything, and it like it's awesome. He's in space, like just the stars, the planets, everything looks cool and trippy. And this splash page right here of Adam Warlock and this astronaut lady, it's just like the inking is awesome, like the feathering. So I'm assuming Jim Starlin draws with or inks with a brush, and on this woman's like her astronaut suit, you could tell like there's texture on it, and you could tell it's like it's not just drawn like as looks like some rubber latex suit. It looks like an actual astronaut suit. And just the feathering on like Adam Warlock for his muscles and everything. It's just a really awesome like inking technique. And yeah, Jim Starlin did all that. He he does everything in this. So basically, Adam Warlock comes across this astronaut woman, and she's on the run from these goons, henchmen for the Universal Church. And basically, the Universal Church wants this woman dead. And Adam Warlock, being a hero, he wants to protect her. And this Universal Church is basically like a cult led by the Magus, and we'll get into that. So Adam Warlock is fighting these goons, but there's like three goons, and they all want this woman dead. So Adam Warlock is preoccupied with one, and this woman astronaut he was meant to protect ends up dying. And in these bottom three panels on the left, it basically talks about how basically Adam has a history with trying to save people or protect them and they end up dying. And this astronaut woman dies and he just has a moment of failure really. And then in this right page right here up top, when Adam Warlock is mad about this woman dying, he's colored purple, and that's kind of like foreshadowing of who the Magus is. Kind of a spoiler alert. This was written in the 70s, but the Magus is Adam Warlock. It's just Adam Warlock's evil side from the future. The Magus is basically Adam Warlock's evil shadow side. So Adam Warlock is pondering, and then he has the power of the Soul Stone. So he wants to know more about this Universal Church. So he reanimates this dead woman's body to get more answers. And it's just really like like Marvel messed up really because they could have had this in a movie. This is like a movie scene right here. So Adam Warlock reanimates this woman's body, and she's giving him information about the Universal Church. Universal Church is led by the Magus, which is Adam Warlock's evil self. And basically it's like a cult. It's like a crusade, like a religious crusade. They they want people to follow them, and if you don't follow them, you die because they're more powerful than you. And yeah, that's how they roll. And Adam Warlock doesn't like that. But in these bottom panels of this dead astronaut lady, Adam Warlock asks her to tell him more about the Magus. And basically, just paraphrasing at these bottom panels, basically she tells him that you want to know about the Magus, you should learn about yourself, and you want to destroy the Magus, but you need to save yourself first, and all that stuff. And it's just like really deep and esoteric, basically foreshadowing before it's revealed that the Magus is Adam Warlock. And she's telling him, you're too focused on destroying this being, the Magus, when you should be more concerned about knowing yourself. And basically, the Magus is everything Adam Warlock hates. So he's evil, he kills, he does all this stuff. It's just the shadow version of Adam Warlock. So the Magus comes in because the Magus is all like powerful and stuff. And basically, the Magus tells Adam Warlock about himself. So like this cool page right here where Adam Warlock is sent down to hell and is fighting demons. Adam Warlock overpowers the demons, but the Magus tells him, even though you defeat your demons, like they're always gonna be with you, and that's just like the truth of it. And just starts talking to him about some secrets are really meant to be kept a secret, and um, when you find out about a secret, it might it might change your life when you find out the truth. And the truth is, the Magus is Adam Warlock. The Magus is everything Adam Warlock hates. And you can see in this bottom panel right here, when Adam Warlock finds out, he's shook and he is distraught. But that's not going to stop him, because he wants to stop the Magus by any means necessary, because the Magus is pure evil. But yeah, and that's pretty much the end of it. This is the end of like the first Jim Starlin Adam Warlock issue. And yeah, just yeah, Adam Warlock was the title of Strange Tales and everything. So if you guys want me to continue with the Adam Warlock Jim Starlin stories, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll continue reviewing these like cool cosmic esoteric stories that comes out of Jim Starlin's brain. Jim Starlin's a really creative man. And yeah, if you haven't read these original Jim Starlin Adam Warlock stories, I suggest picking it up. Oh yeah, and earlier talked about the soul gem. The gems are basically the infinity stones, but in the early days of the comics, they were called like infinity gems, pretty much. Yeah. So please like, subscribe, and share if you guys want me to continue reviewing these awesome Adam Warlock stories. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this, because I did. Thank you very much. Outside the Box Comics, and we're signing out. Thank you very much.